Hello, all you coin-loving, coin-collecting, coin aficionados out there, especially the coin aficionados from Canada. Today we have for you a 5-cent coin from the year 1967. And as you can see, it says 5 cents on the top, Canada 1867 to 1967 on the bottom. And this is the coin from the 100th anniversary of the Canadian Federation. So this is when all the different provinces of Canada got together and formed a federation, which was in 1867, and this coin commemorates that. Now, many of you are familiar with the beaver on the Canadian coin, and this is not the beaver coin. This, in fact, is a rabbit, a hopping rabbit. I am not sure. I don't believe it's a snowshoe hare. I believe it's just a regular rabbit. If we go in close, we see it does have the big ears, but its paws aren't quite as long as a snowshoe hare. So I think it's just a regular Canadian rabbit. Now, if we look at the coin, we see that there is a beaded inner rim. If we flip it up on its side, we see that it's smooth like all Canadian 5-cent pieces. And if we get to the back, we see that it says Elizabeth II. Let me get that light a little bit better. DG Regina, by the grace of God, Queen. And she is wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, and we've seen that many times before with the 2 points in the front. This is the 39-year-old Queen Elizabeth II, and she is facing to the right, and this is what we would call the second portrait. So it's not the one where she has her hair tied behind, which is the first portrait. This is the second portrait. It is made of nickel, essentially all nickel. It is worth 5 cents. It's still worth 5 cents in Canada. And this is what they called a circulating commemorative coin. In other words, it was put out as a kind of a special edition, but it was put into circulation where people used it also. This was only made in the year 1967, and there were 37 million essentially of it made. In this condition that we have right here, it's probably worth about 25 cents US. It is even in uncirculated condition, it's only worth 55 cents US, simply because there were so many of them made. 37 million is a lot, and when you get a circulating commemorative like this, a lot of collectors, the first thing they do is go out and buy hundreds of them. And so and then people just, because this is a coin, you could buy 100 of them, right? And it's only going to cost you $5. So you buy a few rolls of them and you keep them for as long as you need to. Because these coins, but people like me would buy them too. If I saw these, I might buy a roll or go to the bank and get a roll of these coins also for $5 and keep them. So there are hundreds of thousands of these out there still, and they're not going to be worth a lot of money to you. However, some of you may have seen that they have recently released a different kind of 5-cent coin, and that is the newer version, which costs hundreds of dollars and is essentially a specialty version from the Royal Canadian Mint. I believe it costs about $600 or $700. So look for that out there. It is a larger coin. It has the same image on it, and it is much, much, much more expensive. So if you find one of these out there, keep it, because they're beautiful coins, but do not think you're going to be able to sell it to anybody for a lot of money, because there's just too many of them out there. So that's all we have today from the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Have a great day, and feel free to leave comments in our comment section if you like our videos or even if you don't like our videos.